Hello, welcome to Acropolis Comic Corner. My name's Chance, this is Mack, this is Tony. Today we're going to be talking about Secret Wars issue 9. It's finally wrapped up, it's done. If you guys have lost your girlfriend due to this series and everything, I can totally understand. It was awesome. I can't believe how it wound up. It explains a lot of these things that if you were reading Iron Man or any of the other titles that came out and you're kind of wondering like, man, what the heck is going on? This explains it. Big epic battle at the end with Reed Richards and Dr. Doom, and Dr. Doom admits that Mr. Fantastic could do a better job. So Molecule Man was like, oh really? And then just bam, that was it. So really it came down to Molecule Man was pretty much the whole deal, wasn't he? He was the key to the whole thing.
He was the linchpin, the repository for all the power.
Yep. And if you're reading Iron Man, you know that Dr. Doom's got his good looks back, and Reed Richards gave it to him. And there's only one thing that I wasn't really, it kind of left me a little, I don't know what's going on kind of deal, you know what I mean? Because like when Black Panther went back to Wakanda, that part I didn't really kind of get that much, you know.
That's
what I mean?
from Infinity.
That's from
That
Infinity?
was from the very first incursion. That's the exact scenario that happened.
Okay, and when did Infinity come out?
I'd have to look. I don't want to quote
Right.
on YouTube because I'm not positive, but that the very first incursion happened during the events of the Infinity story arc.
Okay.
Where the Black Swan comes in, and the first time anybody meets the very first Black Swan was in Wakanda, and these three kids see it happening, and she ends up killing them. So it was kind of like really cool to see it in there because these three kids are brought back to life. It was really sad.
Now, those three kids, were those the same people that Black Panther seen when because like he ultimately went through some kind of dimension or portal or something. He ended up in Wakanda, and he was talking to those guys. And were those the three kids, or who were those?
Yeah.
Okay.
It seems like it's really confusing because they say that this is like 8 months after the events of Secret Wars. Like all the new titles start at issue 1 again.
Right.
Well, it almost feels like as soon as Reed Richards got the power, they went back in time to the point of that first incursion.
I see. Okay, that makes more sense now. Yeah.
But they're not really clear on what happens in the book. But that's kind of my interpretation of it.
Which is a good guess. That's a pretty good guess.
Yeah, right, because they just show up, and he just talked to him like you said. Well, where'd they come from? How does he know these kids? Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden they're seeing this rocket take off. So, right, I felt the same way. What's going on?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Actually, if you guys want to read it, I'm pretty sure Chancey has it in stock. Would be the Prelude, issue 0.
Yep.
There's some stuff about that too.
oh,
At the beginning of it.
okay.
It was a great read leading up to.
Now, when he actually went back to Wakanda and they were at that pillar and it shows that solar system with 12 planets. Mm-hmm. What were those 12 planets all about? Do you know?
I have no idea. I'd have to read it again because they do talk about that. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah.
If you guys know, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, absolutely. Fill us in. But yeah, it was a great story. Totally wrapped it up good. I was definitely worth the wait. The whole, what was it, like almost better than a year of reading.
Yeah.
Let's talk about there was one panel that had Black Panther with the gauntlet, the Infinity Gauntlet out, and says, "Doom, this is the end." It was like the best picture in that whole issue.
Open her up and
I think
find
I
out.
posted it on Instagram.
Open her up and find out.
That picture right there, epic.
Completely awesome. So yeah, definitely like how Doom was so conceited.
And how the Infinity Gauntlet was not even like, it was a joke. Doom didn't
Yeah.
even care. He
No.
just beat the shit out of Black Panther.
And that was one thing, that I had thought that was going to definitely like level the playing field. You know what I mean? Because that thing is just all of time and reality.
Yeah, right.
You know, everything that you pretty much need to create.
A universe.
Yeah.
But if you think about it too, though, that is contained inside of the one universe. Doom's power was all-encompassing the multiverse. It was all of the Beyonders' power, so it does make sense that he kicked his ass.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's what happened at the end of Secret Wars. Now Mr. Fantastic is basically quote-unquote God, right along with his children, you know, helping them, and Dragon Man, and
The whole Future Foundation.
yeah, the whole Future Foundation is in it now, so they're not even considered superheroes. I wonder if they're even going to bring a Fantastic Four title.
Actually, I did read on the internet, and don't quote me again, I'm not an expert, but I did read that they canceled the Fantastic Four line.
Completely?
Yeah, they're not going to be
Wow.
making Fantastic Four titles for the foreseeable future.
Wow. Wow.
And
That's kind of crazy.
in my opinion, it's good though, because they were the first family. You know, that was the first superhero team Marvel ever did, and it's time to wrap it up. You know, they've been a linchpin in the Marvel Universe in every major story arc.
Yeah.
It's time to let some of the new characters.
Yeah.
That's
Sure.
right. That's right.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Were they the first, or was it the Avengers?
Oh, they were definitely before the Avengers.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so now Reed Richards is God, and you know, one character that we didn't see, or maybe I could be wrong, I don't know, but we didn't see the Watcher through Secret Wars.
Yeah.
You know, do you
No,
guys
I
remember
didn't.
seeing the
No.
Watcher?
Oh, he never showed up.
Watcher's a big deal, man. I mean, he's always in all the big story events. You know, he was in Civil War. He showed up in Marvel 1602, which that's an awesome read. You know, he shows up whenever something really bad is about to go down. Now, he may have shown up in the Time Runs Out series, but I don't ever recall.
I don't remember seeing him in that.
Yeah, I don't recall that either.
Mm.
So yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. So I wonder if they're going to do like another comic book where Reed Richards has to maybe, you know, consult with the Watcher on how to do things. You know, with you know,
Yeah.
him and the Future Foundation might have to do things to consult with the Watcher, because the Watcher, you know, he's in the Ultimate Universe, he's in the regular universe, he's everywhere.
Well, he's a single entity
Yeah.
watching over the multiverse.
Yeah.
So there wasn't like a different one
Yeah.
for different universes.
And I'm surprised he hasn't shown. I'm sure he will show up in the Doctor Strange books, because Doctor Strange and the Watcher, it seems like they're like this. They're always together. They always eventually show up and talk about something. So, you guys got anything else you guys want to add about the Secret Wars? Anything you liked about it? The drawing, writing?
I was a little
anything
bit
like
disappointed that it just gave you that like cliff ending. Like, well, I guess not cliffhanger ending, but it was just like fade to white. Everything's back to normal.
that? Mm-hmm.
We don't really know what happened.
Yeah, and
They do show Franklin making new universes and like throwing little bits of Molecule Man with him, which is a really neat tie-in from that prequel book that I mentioned earlier and the Infinity series. They found out that Molecule Man was the actual instigating factor in every universe that caused the incursions to happen. So in the end of this, when you guys get to read it, you see that Franklin's making new universes, and they slice off a little bit of Molecule Man, put him in the universe, and Reed Richards throws it out in the multiverse.
Yep.
Yeah, that was cool. I did like
Yeah.
that.
But there was no like, this is definitively what happened, guys.
Yeah.
This is where we're at right now. We
Yeah.
still don't know.
Yeah, it seems like a little bit. It seemed a little bit definitive, but not really. You know, just like you said. And what was that? It was like a 40-page book, and it was a quick read. You know what I mean? I burned through that pretty fast.
See, there wasn't a lot of dialogue.
Yeah.
There was just a lot of action panels.
Yeah, yeah. But it
Which
was-
I'm not complaining about.
Yeah, me
but-
either.
Yeah, those action scenes were awesome.
Mm.
Those are so cool. I just love those. That was the best.
And from what I understood, Susan Richards pretty much, she stayed back and stayed with Reed Richards, right?
Yeah.
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 Well, it was only the Richards family and some of the younger kids from the Future Foundation. So Johnny Storm and the Thing, they're out there right now.
Yeah.
See, the Human Torch is part of the Uncanny Avengers, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a member, and he's the liaison to the Attilan, the Inhumans city. He's dating Medusa.
So he's a liaison back and forth from the moon to the earth, I guess you would say, right?
No, Attila's in, it's off of Manhattan now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Attila. Cool stuff. Read that in the All New Inhumans, I think.
Okay.
No, it was the Uncanny Inhumans.
Uncanny Inhumans, which we do have that here. Is
Ah.
the nice thing about, at least the nice thing for Mr. Fantastic about him kind of being God now is he no longer has to worry about Namor or Doctor Doom trying to hook up with his wife left and right.
Yeah.
Because he's got her locked way back here. I guess the next guy's probably gonna have to worry about is maybe the Silver Surfer, maybe the Watcher. I don't know. But there's always gonna be somebody out there trying to get that. So
That's
yeah.
actually a good point, though, because
Yeah.
if you think about it, the fact that Susan picked Reed is probably the only reason that he's a good guy.
Yeah,
In the Ultimate Universe, Sue didn't pick Reed.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she didn't. They were together for a while, and then they broke up, and then look what happened.
Uh-huh.
We got the Maker.
Yeah, he did. He was a bad guy.
Yeah.
I don't like how he got sliced up there.
oh, yes. Oh, that was so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
Diced him up like a tube of bologna, you guys. That was awesome.
Maybe that's a good thing that she's up there with him, because who knows what Reed Richards would do without that moral anchor.
Right, exactly. Because man, the Maker, he was like that. Really shows how evil Mr. Fantastic could really be if he was to be, not have an anchor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just gives them the ability to kind of get a lot of these characters that a lot of these younger readers maybe may not have known about, or so it gives so that way they can kind of backtrack or go down the rabbit hole, I guess, if you will.
Well, it's a neat tactic to get people to buy back issues.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
The end of the end of the title, you see Spider-Man kind of coaching and mentoring Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah,
How did that happen?
yeah.
Why is he there? When you have titles like Spider-Gwen, where she's in her original universe, she's in her continuity. And then you have titles like the Squadron Supreme, where it's a bunch of people who don't have a universe to go home to. Miles Morales, he's part of the Ultimate Universe.
Yeah.
Does that mean the Ultimate Universe is dead and gone too?
Yeah, right.
Completely. Yeah, because the
Yeah,
Maker
yeah.
is also in the Avengers,
Yeah.
right?
He's also an Ultimate character,
Yeah.
and he's the main bad guys in the main antagonist in the new Avengers. Which is weird because he got chopped in little itty bitty pieces.
It doesn't quite- it will explain probably. I imagine it will explain.
Get better.
Well, it's just like Reed Richards, was remaking everything. That's why Victor Von Doom came back handsome. He came back.
Well, that
And he
was
was
a
almost
really
a borderline good guy.
well. It was a really cool thing for Marvel to do, for the writers to express it, because Reed Richards has never been a really evil guy. He's always been very compassionate. And what makes Doom such a angry character, you could say, is because he's arrogant.
Well, he
And
was
the loss,
scarred.
and the loss of his face is what pushes him to fix the wrongs of the world.
His jealousy, I guess.
Yeah.
Jealousy.
So when they did that, they kind of showed that Reed Richards understood Doom more than Doom understands Reed.
Right.
And he fixed his face, and now you see that he's more of like an anti-hero than an actual villain.
Yeah.
It's really cool stuff.
So much stuff in this, man. There's just so much stuff. It's really awesome.
Come back to us too on the Iron Man video, because we're going to be talking about Dr. Doom a lot.
Yep. On the next video, we're going to be talking about Iron Man. That was an awesome series, too. And you can pick up Secret Wars 9 of 9 down here at Acropolis Games. We have just very few issues left because people have came in and bought them. So hope to see you here. Thanks a lot. Have a nice day.